no sunshine where we from. Only darkness every day.
Mic check, mic check. All right. I don't know if you guys was hearing me. I don't know, but let, let's run it. Let's run it back. I'm gonna run it back just a little bit. So bear with me. We're gonna skim right through this. Psst, I kid you not, man. It's always some BS, boy. Now, before I was, I guess, muted by the computer, um, I was basically giving you guys just a brief understanding of why I posted this image right here. And that I got this image from Mama Love, who posted it up on her Facebook feed, and it was only right for me to comment, because of course I commented it on her page, and it was only right for me to comment and tell you guys in person, right, on live, right. So again, when I was saying that people often, that this says people often get upset when you teach them what's in the Bible. No, people don't get upset for what's being taught in the Bible. People are upset of what's being taught in the Bible not being able to be proven. Telling people, condemning people like they are the end all be all, telling somebody that they are hellbound, not knowing what these people are going through, not knowing what, psychological, spiritual warfare these people are dealing with, right? So you get people fed up with this story and the contradictions, and how those individuals who sits on these seats try to belittle or make these people feel less of themselves because they're not following the ways of and the teachings that these people bring forth, right? So what I was showing you guys earlier, after, prior to this, was this image right here. Let me pull it up for you guys. This one right here. Voila. Right? Now, why am I bringing this up right here? See, the reason why I'm bringing this up right here is because I want you guys to pay attention to the dates. I repeat, I want you guys to pay attention to the dates. So let me see if I could drag this just a little bit. Okay? Now I want you guys to pay attention to the dates. Why are all these religions happening at this time? Now, ask yourself, when was, I guess, the Civil War officially over? When was the so-called black man set free from the South and to the North? When did this happen? You guys do that homework. I'm not going to do that for you. I just want you guys to pay attention to the dates. Write everything down. From Seven-Day Adventists, 1867, to the Egyptian theology, 1822 to 1824. You got Charles Tay Russell, which is Jehovah Witness. You got that, 1872. You got 1830. This is the Mormon religion. You got the Pentecostal in 1901. 1901, this was the creation of the Pentecostal. This is when the creation where money became God, where you justify how God loves you based on what you have in your bank, what you stack in your pocket, what you got in your house, what you drive, what you wear, how you live in, and who you fucking. That's where this Pentecostal doctrine comes from. This is when it was created. In 1901. 1608. This is where your Baptist church come from. 1608. 1608. 1608. Oh, is that 1608? When was the King James Bible compiled together? 1611. When was the first Baptist church established? In the UK. When did all these European religions was established? In the UK. The Protestants, etc., up there. Never in your land. But 1608, this religion came about. In 1608, this religion came about. In 1604, or is it 1606, 1605, 1604, 0506, King James got the best writers to sit down and compile you a story. Prior to the meeting with the best writers to compile a Bible, this same King James also dabbled his hands in the book of demons. Now, you're going to find individuals that's going to, come up with excuses to say things like, oh, he's a black man, you just mad, or he's this, he's that. This is how you kill the story. This is how you kill the narrative. If King James is a black man who's a king, and we got historical evidence that he was a black man based on the pictures, why can I not see his mother, his father? Why can I not see his siblings, if he had any? Why can I not see any generals, sergeants, who was the dukes? Why can I not see any images of them? And I promise you, and this is just based off logical sense, if you have a black king, you're going to have a black commander, you're going to have a black lieutenant, you're going to have a black sergeant. That's just how it goes. Any rule is only here in America that they do that because they know that niggas been here for so long and they got to give them a treat or put them in a state of possibility. I hope I can fly. Right? But when you see exactly what I'm seeing, the 1608, the 1801, the 1830, the 1837, the 1867, and then the 1822 to 1824, all in the 18s. This is around the same time you so-called Negroes was being set free. You see, they would never, and I repeat, never let you go if they knew that this what they brought forth wasn't in control over you. They would never put guns in your community if they knew that you would not be using it against each other. If you was storing them guns in your house just in case another riot occurs, another invasion, another terrorist attack, we will have arms to defend ourselves to the best of our abilities. See, if they knew that that's the type of time you want, you would never have guns in your community. Ever. This is facts, people. I don't know how much things must I say for you guys to realize and see what's really going on. This is bigger than religion, people. If you guys really think that your salvation and your freedom is going to solely be based on the religions that was created by every single man here, and not to mention the other ones, you see, everything is chronological. There's more to it. You gotta add William S. Crowley there. I have it. It's just so much. I got over thousands of pictures. I have the William S. Crowley with him on this poster. I have him. It says the creator of the Hebrew Israelites. I have him. And you know what all these men right here has in common, including William S. Crowley? You want to know what they all have in common, people? You're going to be mad when I say this, but you got to know the truth because only the truth is going to set you free, right? Only the facts, should I say, right? All of them was 33-degree Masons. Now you try to summarize all that and process that. All of them was 33 degrees. Facts. And every single person that you see right now are just copying and pasting their teachings. Some of them secretly worship them on the low, like IUIC. Yes. Your bishop used to be a police officer. I got family members in the police officer. In the police department, excuse me. I heard me. I got family in the police officer. You heard me? I got family, friends in the police department, bro. That oath that you take, that's the low grade version of 33 degree. And if you make it up to lieutenant and you make it up to those positions, you get those invites, you get those hollers, you get those dollars, and you get those handshakes. And in 2018, after he shook the right amount of hands, homie decided to leave it alone. Yeah. This is why somebody like himself, this is why a black so-called organization can submerge downtown Brooklyn on the busiest day at the busiest time and not have a single pushback. When the day after I went to the mall across the street from the Barclays Center, I was met with police officers with AR-15s. Not one time did I see a police officer with AR-15s when these dudes was walking around saying the things that they were saying. Now, before I go into this slide and let you guys see this slide that I put together, I want you guys to know something. The only reason, and I repeat, the only reason why you guys are able to be in the streets and shout the shit that you say, the only reason why you even allowed to be on YouTube to watch, biblical readers, the only reason why is because every time you open that book and you read it, you're not only are you casting a spell upon yourself, but you're also allowing these people to absorb even more power. It's to the point today I was like, yo, we as black people really don't leave nothing for our children. It's like we buy our children everything that they need now, shit that don't matter now, right? Like you're gonna buy your children some sneakers, you're gonna buy your children some polos and all of these name brands. You're gonna buy your children all that. But by the time when they turn 18, you don't have money for their college. You don't have money for you don't have money to put a down payment on a car. You don't even have enough to get them a car and you pay their note while they go to college, et cetera, et cetera. We don't do that. Ass backwards. Why is that? Why is that? You know why? It's because we still believe in these people's ideology. Let me show you this live. Let me show you this slide. Hold on. Let me show you this slide right here. We gonna have some fun today. I know it's late, so what? I ain't going nowhere in the morning. If you going somewhere, you wake up, you listen to this again, tell a friend. We ain't here to pretend, right? Unshackling our souls, disconstructing the biblical matrix. This presentation aims to disconstruct the narrative surrounding the Bible, particularly its impact on individuals of African descent. We'll explore how this text, often presents as a source of liberation, has historically been used as a tool for control, manipulation, and spiritual subjugation. It's time to question, to challenge, and to reclaim our spiritual autonomy. Okay, let us continue. We're going to have one. This is Mama Love. This is for you. Okay. The Bible, the Biblos, a tool of colonization and control. Pacification, not freedom. The Bible served as the means to pacify populations during colonization, slavery, and warfare. It was strategically played to install obedience and quell resistance rather than to liberate minds and spirit. It was never put together for you to get closer to the creators. Your creators have absolutely nothing to do with the Biblos and the story that these people want you to believe. Remember, the people that was writing the Biblos was not of Alkebulan descent. I repeat, was not of Alkebulan descent. Okay? Strategic versus placements. Versus promoting submission and obedience was intentionally inserted and emphasized, reinforcing heretical power structures and discouraging dissent against oppressive regimes. This directly affect our ancestors. Now again, let me make sure you guys can hear me. Okay, good. When this book was put together, this book had to be the number one book in everybody's household, because this book is a book of spells that if you're not spiritually, if you're not Alkebulan, if you're not, you see, like you got Alkebulan, you got alkaline. If you're not Alkebulan, you heard? If you're not in line with their ancestors, which all of us aren't, you're prone to be sucked in, like all of us was, including me. You're prone to be sucked in. When you see your mentality, you see yourself in the mentality of a submissive individual. You see yourself as an obedient individual. You don't see yourself as a warrior. You don't see yourself as a man that stands on principles, morals, dignity, etc., etc. You live your life solely, and I repeat, you live your life solely on submission and obedience. This is why a black man can look at another black man in the face and say, my brother, all I could do is tell you to pray, man, and allow the Most High to do what he do, bro. This was part of the control. So whenever you question in the system, whenever you have a problem, you feel neglected, you feel violated, and you got something to say, and you want to flex your muscle, they give you stuff like this and say, my brother, listen, just relax. Just be happy that you are alive, because you know you could have died. Be happy. Drink your water. Mind your business. And everything's going to be all right. This is what religion is doing to today's men. Women is by nature, women is always gonna be submissive. There's nothing you can do about that. If a woman loves you, she's gonna ride with you. Period. And Kevin Gates says something that I've lived my life I lived that way my entire life. I would never in my life chase a woman that does not want me. Ever. Okay, how good you look. I don't never. Mm-mm. When I see that you are like 10 toes down, like no, I ain't trying to hear that. Yeah, then you get the most out of me. We don't move like these weirdos in today's society, people. I'm sorry. It is 2025. Even though it's 2025, we still move. I still move like it's 1995. I ain't deviate from that. I ain't changed from that. Shout out to this brother I seen yesterday. Well, it is yesterday. But shout out to the brother I seen earlier this evening. Homie was crossing the street, and homie crossed the street. Somebody was churning. Homie had his phone in his hand. He stopped the phone. He looked at the man. He watched the man churn. And when the man turned the car all the way and drove off, then he went back to, let me continue doing. Now, why am I saying that, people? The reason why I'm saying that is because homie was literally displaying how you had to be in the late 90s, early 2000s. How acting stupid would get you hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like this weird behavior when I see these children and I see these girls and I see the fuck. This is why these people are getting kidnapped. This is why these children is getting yapped, because nobody is on G time. Everybody is just on W. And the W don't stand for win, people. That joint stands for pure weirdos. WG. Weirdos and goofies, bro. And then if it's not that, these children is zoom, like, yo, I be watching these children waiting for the bus, completely zoomed in onto their phones. You know how many vans I done seen drove by? I could drive by, and if I wanted to, and if I was a one of those, Rock Nation executives, you feel me? Easy yap. But you know, I don't want to digress, but I know I was talking for a little bit, right? The impure origins, agendas rewriting history. The Roman Constantine. Listen, I just showed you that picture already. Roman Constantine, right? The Roman and Constantine. The Bible was written, edited. The Bible was written, edited, and assembled by men with vast interest for specifically the Roman Empire, Empire Constantine, and various church councils. Again, I tell you guys this once, I'm gonna tell you guys this again. The Biblos have absolutely nothing to do with the Alkebulan kidnapped. Somebody posted something on Facebook, and they basically was showing maps of Africa, Alkebulan, upside down. And on it, it says, you see, et cetera, is trying to keep us from, et cetera, et cetera. So I kindly said, all right, sounds good. I'm like, oh, they was saying something, but then I was like, but yet you're still holding on to their religion. So if you're holding on to their religion, then you're just as bad as everybody else. So, homie, so then a shorty came on because I asked the question: if you're saying that this story is about us and you in Africa right now, prove to me where exactly did he die? So a female jumps on, and it's always a female that's gonna jump on with emotions when you start talking about their Jesus, because that's their baby father. Jesus is their baby father. When a woman give birth to a child, the first person she gonna give thanks to is Jesus. Like Jesus was in the bedroom with her. But anyway, I digress. Damn, where was I? I lost my train. I lost my train of thought. Where was I? Damn, where was I? Can somebody tell me exactly where was I? Because I totally forgot. Oh, there we go. All right. So then Shorty said, he was taken from the Congo from such and such and was buried in the he was taken from Nazareth and buried and murdered somewhere in the Congo. I said, yeah. I said, are you able right now in 2025 able to prove and show me the direct location of where this person, Mitsindisi, or whoever you want to call him, was killed and buried? Show me the exact location. And somebody as phenomenal as Mitsindisi was, people will still be revering him till this day, the same way that they revere Shaka Zulu, that they revere, and there's not only are they revering Shaka Zulu, but they are still practicing rituals and customs that can trace back 5,000 years. while me and you can't even trace back what we ate yesterday. Come on, people. Okay? Now, when I tell you that the Biblos is not of ours, and I tell you that this was a story created by these people deliberately to reconstruct the minds of the Alkebulan people, okay? Religion was forced by force. It came like a tidal wave into Alkebulan. You had Islam on the east, Christianity on the west. You had Judaism in the north. You had those that was believing into the Egypt stuff. You had everything against us. All the odds was against us. All the odds was against us. Every single one, guys. Every single one. All the odds was against us. This is facts, people. All the odds was against us. And it was these people, these men that you see on my screen. It was these individuals that's reconstructing your Biblos. And when the people try to, justify it and argue and defend it, just ask the question. How are they able to trace back Joseph lineage, Jesus lineage through Joseph all the way back to God? But Solomon has 700 wives and nobody can trace God. Nobody can trace God to these areas. You got to ask those questions. All right, hold on. Wait a minute. Let me ask this right here. We can trace this back, but we can't do that. We can't honor and respect our loved ones who passed on and made the transition. We can't celebrate birthdays, etc., etc. We can't do none of these things. But we celebrate Passover, the sacrifice of a man. Whether you want to see it spiritual or physical, that's what we're practicing. Then we're practicing the praising and the worship of a dead man, because nobody have seen Jesus risen. Nobody have spoken to Jesus directly. Jesus didn't come knocking at your door and say, "Yo, Junns, what's up, man? I've been hearing you talking crazy about me, man. What's going on?" You don't hear none of that. You know why? You know why. I don't have to say it. But these are the people. Here comes the mistranslation, weaponizing language, manipulating words. Words like slave equals servant and curse were deliberately mistranslated to serve specific power structures and justify inequality. This manipulation was used to perpetrate oppression, as you guys can see. You see the word curse. If I put curse before your name, I can easily say to myself, well, I'm in these circumstances because I'm cursed. Whether it's curse of Ham, whether it's curse of Canaan, whether it's curse of Jacob, there's always a curse. But what you guys don't see, that when it comes to the curses, the only people that speaks about it are the black people. You know why the black people are the only ones that speak about it? Because the curse was created to be pointed at the black people. See, if I come to your house and I say to you, well, the reason why I'm taking this part of your house is because, you part of this curse. Hold on a minute. My glasses was hurting my eyes. So if I tell you that I'm taking this part of your house and you like, why, man? Like, I allow you to come in, drink my water, eat some food. I even allow you to sleep on my bed. And I say, man, I don't give a shit about none of that. I want this right here is what I want. Give me this, right? Now, you went from having a big old castle to having a little piece. And now anytime I go into your space, this is my house, right? Check this out. I want you guys to hear me out, right? Hear me out. This is my house. I invited somebody into my house. The person came into my house and just flat out violated, took everything. I'm taking that, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But yet this is still my house, right? From my house, I had this entire mansion to myself. Now the man brought me into the back room, into the pool room, right? Now you go from now every time you go from your pool room into the house to just let's just say you want to get some water or you want to cook something on the stove, you got to go back into the house. But every time you go back into the house, you open the cabinet, you seeing a new name. You seeing something that your mother made, right? And she gave it a particular name. Now homie came and changed that. And then when he changed it, he says, "Hey man, I know. I didn't feel like I just had to tell you. I just wanted to change it." Right? And then over time, when these individuals produce children, the story's gonna be like, "This is yours. I changed it." And if they ask you why, you tell them because, etc., etc. And then here comes the slaves. You are a servant. You are supposed to be doing this, and you say okay. And in return, when everything is bad, right? When things go good, we say thank you, Jesus. When things go bad, we say thank you, Jesus, because you want me to endure the suffering like you did. That is absurd. That is insanity. That is craziness. That is foolishness. That is super, super dumb. Are you dumb or are you dumb? Let us continue. The curse of Ham. The curse of Ham lie was fabricated, propagated to legitimize the enslavement of black people, falsely perpetrating it as a divine ordained. This caused centuries of pain. This is facts. Now we got those that say ham that never exists. Then you got those that love to eat a ham. But the overall is these people came to you with this to control. This has nothing to do with liberation. It has nothing to do with Jesus. It has nothing to do with the creators. The creators have absolutely nothing to do with the Biblos. You cannot trace their story back nowhere. Has nothing to do with the Biblos. Maybe the information that's in these people's archives in the tunnels by under the Vatican. Maybe no, I'll leave it as that. Spiritual systems before the Bible, reclaiming our ancestral powers, nature's connection. Before the Bible, our ancestors had profound spiritual systems deeply connected to nature, recognizing the sacredness of the natural world, right? Ancestral veneration. Our ancestral spiritual practices emphasize the importance of honoring and connecting with our ancestors, reconnecting their wisdom and guidance. Hence, why you see we are not functioning the way that we used to. We're chaotic. We're out of order. We're out of wax. You know why? Because the Euro Christian has overtaken you. You're only acting how your oppressors act. The only reason why you don't see the much news coverage is because they can't put a stain on their power, because if they do, then there's a possibility that places like China or black people are just going to wake up. But, I'll leave it as that. Purpose driven. These spiritual systems was centered on purpose, empowering individuals to live fulfilling and meaningful lives in alignment with their true selves. This is what we was doing, guys. This is what we was doing. The book came and removed that from us. And I'm not gonna be mad at the Alkebulans who submitted, because their submission and their giving in is the reason why I'm here today, alive, breathing, feeling good. But in reality, guys, These are the things that we should be doing. We should not be dealing with anything outside of this. The trauma bond, defending the oppressor's narrative, number one. Trauma defense, number two. False truth, number three. Madness. Many defend the Bible not out of genuine faith, but because they're conditioned to protect their trauma. Challenging it confronts their deeply ingrained pain, making them lash out in defense of their oppressor's narrative. I mean, I experienced that myself. You know what I'm saying? That we don't want to face the trauma. We want to continue with the excuses. We want to continue saying Jesus is going to come and Sunini's going to bring the wrath. None of these things is going to happen. If these things are going to happen, it would have happened in Haiti already. It would have happened in various locations. Hasn't happened. Okay? We don't want to face the trauma. We got to stand face to face. Take it on the chin. I had to take it on the chin. Believe me, I did not want to. When I found out what I found out, I had to meditate on it. It's like, what I'm gonna tell my Wiz? You understand? What am I gonna tell them? Because we committed and devoted our entire time into this ideology, whether it's the Bible, the feast days, the whole shebang. Like, we did it all. And now it's like, nah. Because there's no truth. Everything is a false truth. Every time you question what these people believe in, and you ask them to just provide the intel, provide me with this truth. You saying that this is the truth. You saying that this is the truth. Provide me with the truth. You can't tell me the Bible is the truth, because even you yourself would say the Bible was tampered with, so there's no truth. Then you cannot give me a half meal or a half cooked meal. You trying to give me salmonella? It doesn't make sense. If the food is not cooked, then don't serve it. If it's not fully cooked, if it's not fully prepped, if it's not nice and hot, you can't serve it. This is universal law. Pure madness. But I get it. This is really not about salvation, because even the people that's teachings, even those that's giving these laws, these rules and regulations, even these people know, I repeat, even these people know that this is pure madness. They laugh at us all the time. Look at the Jewish people when they see a street preaching, they used to laugh. They used to laugh and be like, look at this. Look at these wannabes. Ha, 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 ha. And all we could do is sit there and try to defend it. But now that you get wisdom and knowledge, it's like, nah, we can't defend something we can't prove. Miss me with Deuteronomy chapter 28, because these niggas got a rebuttal for that too. We can't prove that. That's not enough. Because if we go down the line, it says if we keep the commandments, he will put us on high all over again. I know a bunch of Hebrew Israelite keeping commandments, keeping individuals. I've been to their house. I know so much. And not even these people is on high. But this is all I got for you today, man. It's 1 o'clock. I'm tired. About to go to bed. Hit the sack. I just wanted to come out, you know what I'm saying, give you guys some good barbecue chicken. You heard? Some good barbecue chicken, because it is time for us to stop eating the fugazi. It is time for us to start eating clean. It's time for us to start eating right. It's time for us to let go of the Christ and become the light. The light is connected to the universe. The ancestors is connected to the universe. The creators is connected to the universe. You just have to be in line with the universe. And that is including me. But anyway, It's your brother man from the motherland. Came to you guys live. Like, comment, share, subscribe. If it's your first time, hope it's not your last time. If it's your second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth time, that means I'm still on your mind. That means we still on that grind because it's about that time. Time for what? Time for you niggas to go get yours. Because the brother man from the motherland is out to get his or mine's. Are you dumb or are you dumb? And I'ma holler at y'all.